No. Bro. You need to, no. Dude, don't tell me. Do we? Y'all shut up. I don't have time for this shit. Bro, let's go. I don't. Dude, shut up. Okay. Welcome to the Tube Barn. We got shit going on today. Look down here. I got some stuff assembled. Look up here. It's all black. It's all cool. After we got everything drilled, I got output of a transformer holes drilled. I got these overboard. Let's hope that works. And look at this. Hey, what's that? Those are banana clips. Excuse me. And what are they for? Well, you know, when you change your tubes, you have to bias your amp. And if you don't know that, well then, when you change your tubes, you need to bias your amp because it's not going to run right. And you'll see in a lot of schematics, you'll see that 1 ohm resistor, which allows you to bias your amp. What it is at that point of a 1 ohm resistor, you're looking for the proper milliamps. And with a 1 ohm resistor, your millivolts and your milliamps are the same thing. And it's all a calculation. When we get to bias this amp, I will explain that further, but it's pretty much the watts you're looking for divided by your plate voltage is the millivolts you're looking for. We'll explain that later. I install these little banana clips because when you want to change your tubes, you don't want to have to pull the pan out and have to do all that crap. This way, all you got to do is you set a probe down here. The reason why I have 2 is because even though you're buying matched sets, they're not going to be perfectly the same. And if they're completely out of whack, you can say, hey, fuck you, your shit ain't matched, send them back. But most of the time, like I said, if you're over 400 volts, you're going to have a little bit of variance, a couple millivolts, 3 at the most. And so this way, what you do is when you're biasing them, and we're going to do this because this amp is going to get biased once we're done building it. You just find your hottest tube. If it's a millivolt, 3 millivolts, whatever, higher, it's going to have a variance. Find your hottest tube and you bias to that. And that's why I put those there. And I like them. I just found these. These are nice. It's been a hard time. I used to use RCA jacks, but these are nice. I like these. Low profile. They don't look weird. I like that. I got my preamp tubes set up. I got my power tubes all in there. I threw those in there just because, you know, might as well do it now. One thing I want to tell you is I painted the inside white. Don't paint the inside of your pan. I painted the inside white because these lights in the camera aren't dealing with it and it's so much glare that it was causing a problem. So don't paint the inside of your pan. It just causes a problem when you're trying to ground stuff or solder or do whatever. It's unnecessary. This is strictly for the cameras and you looking at it. Now what we're going to do today is something I don't like doing because I'm not very good at it. Wiring heaters. Now this is an art form and those people that can do it real good, props to them. Now you see, remember, I'm using 2 different voltages. So I'm going to have 2 different lines. When you're using AC, you want to, wow, these really came apart. I have like some temperature issues. It's cold as hell. So these should be wind a little tighter they were, but I'm having some temperature problems out here. It's cold as hell, so I'm getting some spring in this. So I split there. Now, when you have them coming in, you braid them. Now, this is literally the worst braid job in the history of braid jobs because I've really never braided them before. But this will probably be fine. If you could learn how to braid, great. So yeah, that is just freaking that's just sad. I should be embarrassed. Whatever it is. But what it is that when I get from my power source, they split. So basically when the transformer secondaries connect to here, they're going to be braided until they split. Trying to do a braid and keep it braided until it separates here, yeah, good luck with that. Actually, if someone does that, please send a link or something to a video, because I like to see how you would do that, because yeah, like I said, this is an art form. So one's gonna go here and one's gonna go here. No, here. And that's what we're gonna play with today. I hate doing this. I will tell you that right now. I don't like doing this because I'm not good at it, and it's extremely cold out here. My hands are having a hard time moving. The hardest part is you have it. Yeah, I'm thinking about spinning this. You know, let's spin this a little bit more. If I didn't show you the video, let's do it again, because I really don't like the way these are done now that I look at it. Now, if I didn't show this already, you're going to take it and clamp it down. Your third hand. Clamp it down. And you take a drill. Now, if you're just doing the one, I've actually just taken one long cable and loop it. And I'll put that loop on a doorknob or whatever it is you could find to loop it. And you spin it. Really doesn't matter reverse or what way, as long as. So I'm just going to take this and spin the shit out of it. Let it sit there a little bit. You'll see that it'll unwind a little bit, which is fine. So you kind of have to overspin it. Don't get crazy. There we go. That's better. Now, see that? That's nice. That's nice and pretty. It could be tighter. Actually, it could be a lot tighter. Yeah, you know, this is really... And this is why I normally use solid wire. I hate stranded. The stranded shit just does not want to respond. But this will be fine. Okay, so I don't have the transformer in it. I was going to wait and get these wired first. Normally, I like to get this wired first because nothing's in there to get in your way. Because once everything gets in your way, doing this is an act of God. I put these in here just because I want to make sure that I wasn't going to have a problem getting these in with these things in when I'm doing the heaters. So hold on, I need beer. Take a drink. Okay, I've lost. Oh dear. You're going to need a good pair of wire strippers. And remember, if you didn't watch the one video, before you even start this, you go and you make sure you can strip these easier. I believe I said in the video, I once had these wires that were so goddamn hard to strip that as I'm sitting here trying to do it, I ripped one of these pins off. Just completely ripped it off. We're gonna just take it here. I'm gonna take one. We're gonna take this one. Actually, we're gonna do this one. We'll leave this one Here, let's take this one, just shove it out this hole right here. Because we can keep this short and cut this on this end, so it's not an issue. Now I get my glasses on. We're looking at 2 and 7, remember? 2 and 7. That's 1/8, that's 2 and 7. Okay. Okay, so we need to get his here. Let's cut this about here. Can you see this? Like I said, now it gets hard. Because what you need to do is you need to wrap them around and bring them up. Like I said, this is a fucking pain in the ass. I do not like wiring heaters. Remember, this is 18 gauge. And fuck yeah, go whack the camera. Yeah. This is some shitty ass. Well, it's cold. Problem is, it's very cold in here. I'm very worried that my soldering is going to have an... Actually, speaking of that, let's turn my soldering iron on and get it super fucking hot, because we're going to have to get this baby hot. Way hotter than I normally would, because it is cold out here. And now the problem with cold soldering, or I should say soldering in the cold, is you create cold solders. The first time I've done this with a camera over here, so it's causing a problem. So now you see we have this. Well, that was fast. What the hell? This thing... Oh, this is why I don't like stranded wire. Ugh. But with a lot of these things, you need to get it... I need to tin. Hey, it's not frozen anymore. Always keep it tinned, which means put a little solder on the end of it. Also, let's get here. This is good solder. I'm not sponsoring this solder. I'm just saying I've had some crappy solder, but this solder's good. I got it off of Amazon. It's actually some pretty good solder. I've had solder that it would go gray when you hit it. It looks like a cold solder every time. It's like an act of God to get it to solder well. So check that solder out. If you got your own solder, cool. But if not, yeah, get that solder. That solder freaking rocks. Ugh. Bear to God. Got some Hemos too. They're not just for arteries and roaches. If you don't get the roaches joke, well then, you know, good for you. I can see my own breath. Like I said, I suck at this. 18 gauge stranded is a fucking piece of shit. I fucking hate it. Remember I said a lot of people like to wrap and wrap and wrap these things? Yeah, you go do that. I find it a pain in the ass. And I'm sure it sounds better in, you know, in an oscilloscope, but ears are never going to hear any bullshit like that unless you fuck it up. So, whatever. Just do what you need to do. You can bend the pins. Don't get crazy. Especially like this, it's cold. Shit will snap. Now, if you don't know a lot about soldering, you don't want to solder the side that your heater's on. I mean, your soldering iron's on. You want to solder it from the other side. I said it's cold as shit out here, so I'm hoping this is going to be okay. It's fucking cold. Okay, it's heating. There we go. You want to get from the opposite side. Let it heat up a little bit. It should be cool. Yeah, it looks shiny. Don't breathe on it. Don't blow on it, because it'll mess it up. Don't need to put a ton of solder on there, but get nice and heat, get that smoke. Cloud it up a little bit, but not too bad. Like I said, it's cold out here. This is going to be a problem. Now we get the other side. And this is where it's a problem. Now we get that. We want to bend these babies down. We don't want these anywhere. Okay. Yeah, I just screwed up. Talking to the camera is screwing me up. Yeah, I just totally fucked up because I'm talking to the camera. I've never done this while explaining myself. Now, raise your hand if you know how I screwed up. Yeah, I don't have both of these in because we're going to daisy chain this. So I have a little room there and a little room there in that hole. So I should be okay. These are not the easiest things to strip. And quite frankly, I think it's time to get a new pair of wire strippers. Also, like I said, I hate stranded wire with a passion. But for heaters, I'll generally use it because the holes tend to be smaller than 18 gauge, and sometimes that totally screws you up. Now, let's do this. You just dig a hole in there. Yeah, dig a hole, give him a hole. Get out of my fucking way. There we go. There we go, now I got a hole. Of course, I got 10 feet of this just to go here, so, but I'll use it later. gonna be a little messier because I fucked up. It should be okay. I'm gonna bend this down as soon as I get these in here. Get like that. There's my solder. Definitely messier than I wanted it. Okay. Ah, shit. Oh no, I'm cool. I thought I didn't strip the other one. I was like, oh no, it's gonna be a problem. And this is where hemos are good. Hemostats. Get in there, do your thing. Always twisting, always twisting. Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for how ugly this looks. Okay. But that's why you do it first, because when you do it second, it's a bitch. Come on. Another thing too. You also keep this tinned because if you have a dry contact, it doesn't conduct heat. So when you're actually removing items, you want them, your soldering iron, to have a nice wet tip. That way, it conducts the heat better. Like I said, this is an art form, and this is not my medium. I will tell you right now, I am probably the worst heater wirer in the freaking world. And there's lots of videos and lots of things of people telling you how to do it. Listen to those guys. Because I am not going to teach you that, because I suck at this. And I really don't care for this wire. All right. 1/8. Now this is definitely one thing you don't want to have touching anything else. Because it's AC, well, definitely want to touch it because it'll freak it out, but my point is, you don't want it near it. Because it's gonna bleed over some AC signal. So you want this shit not getting crazy near and nothing. Like this, in some ways the stranded wire has a nice bunch of contact, but I just don't really don't care for it. Yeah, soldering's not bad, but I'm definitely seeing some issues due to the cold. I've never done this in a cold before, usually in a house. When I moved to Tennessee, decided to do this in this setting, in a barn, 2-barn. And so I did take a break. I came here about 3 years ago, and I haven't worked on anything since then, except I finished that I was working on for a while, but I have not been working on amps in about 3 years. So I am a little rusty, but you know how it is, you know, life is like a prison shower, and sometimes you keep dropping the soap. So this is why I am a little rusty. I've had some stupid mistakes because I haven't been doing this. But like I said in another video, learn by somebody else's mistakes. Why fuck up on your own when you can watch someone else do it? But the bottom line is, what I'm doing is fine. It's just not as good as it could be. Well, because I'm rusty and I suck at heaters. Okay, now we're gonna go and do these ones. Okay, so let's wire preamp tubes. Goddamn cold out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I take these pins and bend them down. 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, now remember, we are using a 12-volt supply, 12.6 to be exact. So we will be using pin 4 and 5 and not pin 9. If you're going to use you're going to use the same voltage as these, which is the 6.3. You need to connect one end to both these. Let me get something in there. To both these. You're going to run it through both, and then you're going to run the other one down to pin 9. Where these are in parallel to this. But we're going to run these in what they call series, even though it's kind of a, I guess it's series, but it's just still a little different where you have one coming and one coming in. Like a 220. Kind of like your dryer will work. Your 220 gas dryer. Same thing. Boom, boom. Which is a lot easier. Now you think I suck at this. Now I got to wrap that freaking 9 around there. That's a whole nother level of sucking right there. Okay, trying to get this freaking thing out of there. You end up with a lot of junk in your amp. It's kind of a pain. I am not thoroughly happy with this. I should have done this right the first time. So we're going to bring this in here. Okay, let me say something. I'm using different colored wires. There's a school of thought, which I think is bullshit, that you should have all of your same sides, your 5s, your 5s, your 5s, your 4s, your 4s, your 4s, with the same phase. Personally, I agree with the school that says that's bullshit. For one major reason. Your heaters are basically heat. All you're doing is heating and expelling electrons. Your electrons don't give a shit about phase. It's hot. It's expelling as heat comes in. So if your phase is affecting your tubes, I think you have a way bigger problem than heat, because you have transference of your AC heat or phase from your cables affecting your tubes. So personally, I really need to hear an argument that's going to tell me that that makes a damn bit of difference. But we're doing it this way just out of a practice to be anal. Do shit right. Do shit the way it should be. And this is just another way to get your brain into a concept of this is the way it's done, this is the way it's done, this is the way it's done. It's electronics, this is the way it should be done. And that's my rant for the day until I come up with another one. Okay, let's do this. Like I said, I think I'm going to clamp these down. This is 1, 2, 3, so 4 and 5. We're going to be doing those ones. Let's get these about here. Now let's remember to connect the other one before we start this, because, you know, don't be stupid. Let's not be stupid today. Try not to. Okay, that is a little bit much. We could probably cut a little bit more off. Get out of the way. Hands are super cold. This wire is not the easiest to deal with, I'll tell you that. That should be cutting better. I think the cold's shrinking the things. It's almost acting like it wasn't 16 gauge. Okay, cool. I did that without smacking the camera. That's a bonus right there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's why I don't like stranded wire. I fucking hate it. I don't know why I bought it for this. I bought everything from Tube Depot. That's the only thing about Tube Depot that pisses me off. The only stranded wire they have is that cloth wire. And I've used that cloth wire. And if you're trying to be all, oh cool, look, I'm doing old shit. Yeah, it's nice and all, but fucking it's a pain in the ass. So I bought it all once to save on shipping, but quite frankly, I fucking hate stranded wire. I just fucking hate it. It's messy and it's bullshit. That is just my opinion. You do you, but I fucking hate stranded wire. So, Tube Depot. Get some goddamn solid wire. Fuck. I love your store. I fucking hate that. Okay, here we go. Plus, with stranded wire, you might get stray strands. So you really got to get in there and look. Do I have a stray strand? Okay. Get this in here, and this is where you get into trouble with the whole breaking your shit off. Because I really don't want to cut this until I get it in there, in case I'm short. Because, man, if I have to redo this when it's short, that'd be a pain in the ass. And, I'm not real happy with this cable. It's not super hard, it's a little hard, it could be the cold. Now we have to get this in here. If I can wrap this one more time. I'm going to put that out there just to get it out of my goddamn way and hold it. So get this over here. Somewhere's better, somewhere's worse. Okay. You need to get this in the bottom. Get it in the bottom. Damn it, missed. I missed. The rest of the wiring in this amp is, in comparison, super easy. Barely inconvenience. God damn it. But like I said, the heaters, I goddamn hate doing heaters. But yeah, look at that. What I got, like a tenth of the wire through the hole. The strands just acting like assholes. I fucking hate stranded wire. Gotta use that 18 gauge because the amperage, even though it is technically overkill. I mean, Jesus Christ. Fucking tin of little shit. It won't even go in. What the fuck? So this is where you actually have to cut some of your shit off. Because it's not going to go in. But you don't want it to stray around. And if that being that short of a run, you will be fine. Talking about millimeters of run, and with amperage like that, you're fine. I'm going to start this one first, just so I can not have to deal with it because I screw it up. Come on. Heat up. And nice and hot. Don't do it too long. You can burn up your insulation. These are high heat, so you'll be fine. But definitely keep that in mind. Now let's put the red baby in there. Let's see if this is going to give me any bullshit. Damn it, just touching it, it frayed. Thank you. Thank you so much, piece of shit wire. It frayed. You know, so I'm not going to play with this. I'm just going to rip this extra wire off because, you know, if it wants to play that way, let's just kill it. I don't want to deal with this. I need to get new cables. These things suck. Apparently I wasn't freaking recording my sound. I do apologize if that sound was complete shit. It's a problem when you have to work with two cameras and a separate sound, so have to listen to me going on a tangent with shitty sound and my face right next to this mic like a crazy fool. Oh, and it's put in the wrong hole. Yeah, so fucking goddamn it. Talking to myself. I have no idea how long I'm recording. God damn it. Fuck. This bar is being a bigger jerk than the other one. What the fuck? Yeah, see how messy this is? Yeah, frayed wire. Fucking hate it. All right. Remember I said this was going to be a little weird holding these down. I think I'm going to have to get some holdings here, especially from here to here. Just because it's not designed as, and this amp is going to be upside down, so it's going to pop up like that or pop down, whichever one you want to call it. I'm gonna do something. See if this works. I doubt it. But I'm gonna try something. God damn it. Okay, yeah, what I'm trying to do is stupid. It's not working. Because I was thinking about leaving these flat and coming in, but the fact is, if I do not pinch that up, I can't get this other one in. Can someone else have better skills? Sure, I'm sure they're good. I'm sure they're better than me because I suck at this. Fuck you, you piece of shit. I hate frayed wire. Hate it. I'm gonna say it as many times as I want to. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I hate this wire. And no, that is not gonna cause a problem. It's such a small run into it that the amperage will have really no effect on such a short run. It's not that high amperage, especially for 18 gauge. You figure use 14 gauge for 15 amps. You're literally dealing with less than one. Hell, less than one. A significant amount. You're talking milliamps, so yeah. These babies run some amps. These things are running milliamps. I think with a 12 volt, you're talking what, 150? I'd have to look it up, but yeah, this is pretty insignificant when it comes to the amperage. These ones you don't want to screw around too much because, I mean, they're definitely 1 amp, but still 18 1 amp, that's nothing. 18 gauge 1 amp, that's nothing. But get her done. Jesus. The hell? The hell? Yeah, it slid. Well, that was weird. I'm gonna cut these right off the start because I'm tired of playing with this bullshit. Like I said, I'm going to do all the colors the same. I don't think it has really any effect at all. The whole face thing. I mean, it just seems, I don't know, I just don't see how it would have any effect. I think it's just some serious freaking OCD for people that would care. Ow. Hey, you don't even want to go in there at all. Hey, thank you. You'd think they'd make these things with much bigger freaking pins. I mean, seriously, were they expecting to use freaking goddamn 37 gauge wire? I mean, come on. The hell? Really? Fuck, I'm just gonna solder the fuck out of this thing because I don't even give a shit anymore. That is not going far enough. Literally, I have almost half this shit off and it still won't fucking go in. There we go. It's ugly as shit, but it will work. Fuck, it'll take a minute. Fucking A. I don't know if YouTube allows me to put brands of beer in here, but whatever. So if you're in Middle Tennessee, check out Jackalope Bear Walker. My new favorite beer. And if you're out there on the West Coast, drink a Winmer Hefeweizen for me, because I can't get it out here. It totally sucks. God, another person. All right. Never wore my glasses for this long. So we're gonna get here and there. Come on. Come on. I got some really good solid wire from Home Depot the other day. You always wonder though, how good is the wire? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, is it good for audio? It says it's hookup wire. It's wire. It's from Home Depot, so you know you'd think it's quite possibly shit, just because you know, fuck Home Depot. And I don't have to hook up a second one of this one, so let's start this baby. Okay. I just made the record of the longest goddamn heater wire in the history of mankind. That's okay. Ow! Don't touch the soldering iron with your finger. Not the prettiest shit. I never said that. But the rest of this will be a lot easier. But you will see pictures of people's amps that are like retarded clean. I mean, oh my god, it's like, this is ridiculous. And I'm originally from the West Coast mostly. So, and I say stupid or retarded, it's a good thing. So if you don't understand that, that's why I say that. Military brat, so I got like a billion kinds of slang in me. All right. We did it. Let those cool down, take these glasses off, it's killing my eyes. Okay, this should be cooled off enough. Okay, yeah, we are gonna deal with that a little later. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna deal with that, but that's not too bad. Actually, better than I thought I was gonna come back with. I thought it was gonna suck a lot worse. All right. So we're gonna start assembling some things. I'm gonna put these grounds in on these. It's 14 gauge, super overkill, but I don't know. I used to wire houses, so I used to get crazy with this stuff. Yeah, I definitely don't want in. All right, I think I'm gonna lay it down here. I'm not so high. Solder out. Got another one. Got a big roll here. Apparently I lost mine. No. I grabbed it. $14. It's definitely this cold is making things a little different. Everything is so stiff. It wants to work. And since I'm doing this and I don't know where I'm going to land the grounds, I'm cutting them long. I'm just cutting them long so they have been cut, and I'm going to set them, and that's that. Very cold. Ooh. My cable moved. It's going to cloud. It's clouding a little bit. It's too cold out here. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut this video short. It's about 31 degrees out here. I'm having a hard time soldering anything, and I'm freezing my freaking ass off. So we're coming back next week with this setup, and we're gonna get into this mother. So you have a good time.